You guys, welcome back to a video. We have got kind of a fun day today. We're gonna go out, we're gonna take down some alders. So I'm just kind of getting all my stuff prepped. Excuse the mess here on the workbench. We're gonna take the 261 out today. I just threw a nice little sharpen on the chain. So this thing is razor sharp. I think we're gonna bring out the 440 today too. It depends, a lot of these trees are small. There might be one that I'm going to take down with the 440, I'm not sure yet. The problem with the 440 is it has a super aggressive chain on it right now. That really just kind of digs in. The guy that had the chain before me really sharpened the rakers down a little bit too much, so we're dealing with that. But anyways, we got the saws. We're gonna throw a quick sharpen. We're gonna fuel these puppies up and we're gonna get outside. Let's go have some fun. Just in case you need a little top off, got a couple Gatorade cans. Let's go take these outside. I gotta hang this puppy so we can actually use it outside. I'm not using it, we'll use the man, true American today. Oh, you guys, it is just beautiful outside. It's actually not super cold, even though I'm wearing a big sweatshirt. Birds are chirping, sun's out, perfect, beautiful day. So we got something kind of interesting to do. We have this pair of maples here. So we have kind of the bigger trunk that kind of is here on the right, and then we have this smaller one that kind of comes up and it wraps around the side and it goes up to right about there. So I need to figure out a way how I'm gonna cut that small one down. We're gonna leave the big one. And then I've got these two alders here that go up and I don't like them. This alder here has kind of a natural lean where it wants to fall kind of right in this area here. I'm almost wondering if I can't get this alder here to clip some of the branches here on this small one here and get them to fall over. So that's kind of the predicament. I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna cut this down yet. I'm just gonna take it nice and easy. You can see how it's kind of intertwined with this big maple here. So it's a bit of a challenge. See right up there by where those ferns are sticking out, it's almost gonna kind of act as like a slight fulcrum here. And I'm thinking when this thing starts to go, the butt end of this is likely gonna kick out here and this entire thing is obviously gonna slide down this side of the tree. So I don't wanna be on this side. You know what? I'm gonna face cut it here. I'm gonna cut as much as I can here. If it won't go over, I'm gonna see if I can't just get it to wedge over and slowly kind of fall this way. And I'm gonna try and leave some holding wood because I don't want this kicking out back at me where I'm at right now. I'm gonna do a conventional cut on this. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna wedge this thing over. Well, I'd say we got pretty fortunate on that. I mean, yeah, that wasn't great. So you can see it's kind of a tricky cut. So the entire tree had kind of a fulcrum right there. It was gonna come up just like that. So where I was standing wasn't great. You could see I was trying to stand off to the side because I knew the tree was gonna shoot out, but by no means was I really supposed to be there anyways. Praise God, we're safe. All right, now let's go down and let's cut down these other alders. Tree number 2. So here's tree number 2. This is an alder, of course. It's got the alder lean. I'm gonna try and drop it right down here this way. I might I might maybe bore cut this. I don't know. This will be my first time bore cutting. I think this is a pretty safe tree to do a bore cut on, just because it does have that alder lean. This straightens out a little bit more up at the top, but those alders, I just don't trust them at all. So this might be a good candidate for bore cut. Let's at least get the face cut into it first, and then we'll kind of take it from there. We'll see how far in I go. I probably won't do a crazy deep face cut in this one if I'm gonna bore cut it. If I'm not, then I'll do a little bit deeper of a face cut. All right, so you guys can see I got my face cut in there, relatively clean. I can try and do a little bore cut, which means I'd bore in right about here, straight across, and I'd leave a trigger, and then I clip the trigger, and the entire tree will go down. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do a bore cut. And you can see that we don't have a ton of holding wood, so I would have liked to have brought this back just a little bit more, but we do have some holding wood, so that's good. Now, I'm going to back the saw up just enough, and that'll create a trigger, and then we'll just clip the trigger, and then an entire tree will fall down. All right, there we go. So let's take a look at our stump here. So that worked just as I thought. So praise God, at least this tree was pretty good. So you can see the stump here. This was my face cut, just like this. I actually had, a decent amount of holding wood there for my first bore cut. You can see we got holding wood all the way across, and then there was my trigger, just like this. So I don't know if it was really necessary for an alder that had, not a ton of lean, but it did have some lean. I don't know, I just didn't want to chance it. I've seen some barber chaired alders that guys have ran into. So this, I would say, was a successful fall. We stayed safe, was not quite as eventful, praise God, as our first maple. So, hey, always learning. Yeah, we'll just keep going forward. I'm gonna cut down this tiny alder here. This little tiny alder here leans into that cedar, so I'm gonna try and just put it right on top of the other one with a little notch and some good holding wood. All right, there we go. Didn't get hung up in that cedar. We got a pretty nice little open area right here. All right, we got one more alder right here that leans like it wants to go into that cedar there. So we are going to try and direct this one more over there to where that cedar's at. So this one's gonna be a little bit dangerous because of its big lean as well. So we're just gonna take this one nice and slow. Yeah, this one's gonna go quick when it goes. All right, so this has got a decent face cut in it. I'm shooting just right in between those two cedars. Now this is gonna go quick. I'm gonna stay on this side of the tree. Got my escape route going this way. Here we go. Well, you guys, that's it for the video. We got a big old pile of brush right here, and that's it. I'm gonna do some burning. I'm gonna do some bucking. Yeah, the first tree of the day was a humbling one, and definitely not something that I'd be like, oh yeah, I want to go post this on YouTube for everybody to see. But I hope you guys can learn something. I have definitely learned something from this video. Whether that be maybe calling one of my buddies that does this for a profession and having them climb it and cut it and having them take care of it, or just listening to some better falling techniques there. So I hope you guys learned something today, even though that first tree was a bit of a fiasco. This was fun. I learned a lot. I got a chance to do a bore cut. I got a chance to learn from that first tree, and then just kind of cut some more routine trees, learning how much I can tweak the fall angle. If a tree is leaning really hard this way, you know, I can kind of tweak some of the degrees on where I want it to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys like it, give me a like, a subscribe. It just kind of helps support some of these videos that come out, and I am very appreciative. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. Thanks so much, guys.